No way. He's working on the Miata.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Some wets in the...
Wait. Okay, so he spent the last few weekends actually working in the basement because there's no room in the garage, but we had the doors and the front bumper and the front fenders and the rear boot lids and stuff like that in the basement, and he's been sanding there, wet sanding. We spent one day together and then he spent a few more alone. So that's what's left. We have the bonnet, we have the rockers, the rear fenders, this panel, the windshield frame too, and the rear bumper. And once he's done with the wet sanding, we're gonna be able to paint it, which we are planning to do pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Beauty's garage and to the 1994 Mazda Miata. We're finally back on it. And Nick is getting ready to come into the garage, so it's gonna be both of us here. But I just wanted to start the video without him because I wanted to give you a little recap of what has been done so far on this car, because it's been a long time since the last video. Maybe some of you don't even know about this car, so this is Nick's car. Nick is my son. And we got this car for him when he was 14. It was in a pretty rough shape. It wasn't showing the real condition, but even what was shown, it was already, we knew that it was in a very rough shape, so there were no surprises there. But then we started restoring it together. The idea was that when he turns 16 and he gets his driver's license, the car was going to be ready for him. Well, he's 17 now. The car is still not ready. But hopefully soon it is gonna be. Nick doesn't live with me all the time, so he's here every other weekend, and that's the only times when we are able to work on the car, so that's why it is so slow. And we don't work every time that he's here. Every other weekend is also when we have all the kids here. My girlfriend has 3 kids, and so that's the time when we have some quality family time as well, so it's really hard to juggle with the Mazda in the meantime. Over the years we were able to take care of the body, fixed all the rust that was on the car, lots of patches, new seals, new rear fenders, and then we dealt with the suspension. We took apart every corner and we rebuilt it with new bushings and everything. And then Nick and his stepbrother Shai stripped all the old paint, not all of it, but most of the old paint, and they smoothened the body. Then we sprayed it with epoxy primer. Then we did all the body work. I was putting Bondo on, Nick was sanding it, then I was putting more on, he was sanding it. And then finally, when the body work was done, we sprayed it one more time with epoxy primer, and then Nick sanded it again, and then we sprayed it with polyester primer, and then Nick sanded it again with 300, and then with, I believe this is 600 wet sand. And we're finally ready now for the base coat and clear coat, which Nick was debating about a lot, what color, but he was debating whether to make it white or red. So now finally he decided it's gonna be white. So that's where we stand right now. This weekend, it's still cold outside. I know we bought that paint boot with David, right? The inflatable paint boot. But it's still cold outside. It is April, can't really paint outside, so we decided that we're gonna paint it in the garage. So today is Saturday and it is the preparation day. With Nick today we have to clean everything from this side of the garage and put it to this side of the garage. Then we're gonna have to blow away all the dust, spider webs and stuff like that. We have to take care of this entire half of the garage. Needs to be super clean, and then we're gonna put sheet, like plastic sheet, through the entire half, and this side of the garage is gonna become a paint booth. Then we're gonna have to mask the car and a little bit the doors and get it ready tonight. So tomorrow morning Chef Tash is coming to help us with the spray. Not to help us, we're gonna help him to spray the car with the base coat and clear coat. So that's the plan for the weekend. lots of work ahead of us. So without further ado, let's get crack-a-lacking. One problem is that, like I said, it is cold outside still, so we need to use the heater. We need to make the temperature here appropriate for painting, but my heater blew. So what happened was 2 days in a row we had power outages here, and the second time they cut the power off, most of my breakers all over the house fell. So I don't know how power surged, what happened, but most of the breakers fell and I had to go and manually turn them on. However, when I turned on the breakers here, these ones for the garage, everything turned on except my heater. So I took the heater down, I opened it, and the circuit board is black. Everything is burnt on it. So $500 heater is garbage now. I had to order a new one and we're gonna hang it up there. But yeah, today the new one is coming, hopefully on time so we can turn it on. So that's one thing that we have to do today. Like I said, all this needs to move from here. I was thinking to remove this post for the lift so it is out of the way, but I don't think it's gonna be in the way. You know, these come off very easy. They are designed to be mobile. So that's a quick disconnect there of the hydraulic line, and there's 5 bolts that you remove. Then you literally tilt it and you roll it on its own wheels, so it's fine. The problem is if you remove them, then you have to re-shim it properly. Now it is shimmed and leveled, so I don't really want to do that. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove the yellow arms. They're removable as well. I'm gonna disconnect the line so it's out of the way, of course. I don't know, we'll see. When we take all this out, then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do with the posts. And another thing is the dryers. So I have this desiccant dryer that collects a little bit of water, but it's not a lot. Actually, I don't think I have a lot of condensation in the compressor, because yesterday with David we went to drain it and not a lot of water came out of the compressor, not a lot of water came out of the desiccant. But anyway, we have another one. This is a chiller actually that Eugene gave me. I mean, he lent it to me to use for this paint job, and we're gonna hook this up in the lines here. So what I did yesterday, I had to replace some fittings here in the back, but I put quick connectors. I also have quick connectors on that one, so I can really fast and easy disconnect and rearrange what we're doing. So what we have right now is, first of all, we have this separator or whatever it's called. Then the blue line goes into this dryer, and then the orange one comes out of it, supposedly already dry, but then it goes into the chiller, and the chiller cools it down and condenses all the humidity that's remaining in the compressed air, turns it into water again and drains it through this tube. And then on the blue line here we have supposedly dry air. So that's the whole system here, but we're gonna have to see how we're gonna organize it here, because I don't want to overspray this thing. So I'm gonna have to probably, tomorrow the weather is not gonna be too bad. I mean, we don't expect rain, so maybe I'm gonna put it outside and just run the lines under the door. So that's what else we need to do. The compressor can stay inside, I guess, but it is a mess around the garage. We have to take out and clear lots of things here to make sure that we have enough room, because we have the car as it is, and all the panels that are not on the car are gonna have to be on stands or hanging. Maybe we can hang the doors. They are heavy, so they're not gonna sway a lot. But yeah, that's it. I mean, let's stop talking here. Let's get crack-a-lacking. I'm not gonna show you. A few hours later, actually many hours later, it's probably 4 or 5 hours already. That's a crazy job. We had to move everything, sweep. We used the leaf blower to blow all the spider webs and stuff, blew everywhere, even though it doesn't seem like it is clean, Believe me, it's much cleaner than what it was. And we put drapes from one end of the garage to the other. And we're finally at the stage where we can do final cleanup everywhere and clean the car. We have to wipe it nicely, and then we're gonna mask it. This is all stuff that we need: the compressor, the chiller, and all that. Table with the chemicals and paints and stuff. This is for the masking. Once we are masked, we're gonna shove this under the table probably, and yeah, then we can bring all the parts and put them all over the place. I decided not to remove the post from here. Maybe we can just turn the rear end a little bit so we can swing the door open there, because when we open this door while we are spraying, yeah, well, we will figure it out. Of course, we're gonna install more lights. The heater came, I have to install it. Oh, so much work, and it's already 4 o'clock. We started at 10, or no, sorry, 11. We started at 11, so it's been 5 hours. All right, guess what time it is? It's 10 o'clock. 10 p.m. We started 11 in the morning. Unbelievable. So we have this door still open here so we can come to this side of the shop. And it's a mess here. Oh my God, I'm never doing that again. So we're done. I mean, I can't continue anymore. I installed the heater, installed lights that in that corner. The car was masked. I'll go closer and I'll show you. And I'm done for tonight. Nick is cleaning up in the basement because we made a mess there too. Tomorrow, 7:30, I'm picking up David, and we're gonna have to pick up some of his cars as well from storage. And then we're coming here and he's gonna spray all that. I'm gonna have a little bit more prepping to do. I'm gonna have to clean up here, get rid of everything that is not needed. Here, his basement clean.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna get rid of everything that we don't need here. We're gonna leave only the things that are gonna be used. The doors, I still need to remask them a little bit because this is the masking from last time when we were epoxy or polyester priming them. We're gonna have to rearrange everything better. For now, everything is just thrown on chairs, but David is bringing one more of these, and I have one more garbage can like this. So we're gonna put the fenders on them, I guess, and the boot lid and all that. But yeah, like it's crazy. We're 11 hours in this garage already. We just went inside to eat quickly. Actually, Nicole had lunch. I didn't. I had only dinner for like literally 15 minutes. Anyway, so this is how she's masked. Everything that is not masked is gonna be sprayed. Nick even masked the exhaust. Yeah. Okay. So the car itself is ready to be sprayed. Of course, we're gonna have to do some wax and grease remover. Nick already cleaned it once, but it's gonna need more.
Twice to be safe.
Twice, and yeah. So anyway, the new heater works great. I put lights even on the wall there and on the ceiling, and over there was no lights. Oh, now there is. Anyway, I am done for tonight. I'm so tired, it's crazy. So we'll see you in the morning.
All right, the boys are hard at work here this morning. Just coming up to about 9:45, and they've been out here since 7:30 or so, and doing all the fun parts of cleaning and masking and moving of parts, knocking stuff over. So, big day today, paint day. Hopefully all goes well today. And the temperature outside's not too bad. It's supposed to be 16 degrees Celsius this afternoon. So somewhere around, I think around 60, 62,
51.
somewhere around there. And we've got the heat going on in the garage here, so we're trying to get it as hot as we
Like
can.
90 Fahrenheit right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be losing some temperature when we open doors to exhaust. We've got some exhaust fans down the end there, so we'll exhaust out the rear door. So we'll lose a little bit of heat there. But anyway, we'll make the best of it. So we hope to start painting probably in about an hour or so.
Okay, a little side job, picking up cars from storage before we start spraying. And now, Team Rusty Beauties,
Let's go and paint something else white.
your favorite color.
All right.
Looks like we're moving out. This is where we're gonna set up our waiting area for the flush sessions while the paint dries. I had this unit hooked up here outside, so compressed air dries inside and the desiccant dryer comes in, finishes drying here and goes back into the gun. And this unit, I don't know, like it says it's on. When I press here it shows 38, so supposedly that's what it's set to. And inside, David and Nick are just wiping, finally wiping with wax and grease remover.
Rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol, they're rubbing the parts, just don't get drunk. And soon we're gonna start spraying. The fans are over there ready
Splendid
to...
enough in here.
Yeah, it's hot.
That's good.
Fans are ready to go. We're gonna open the door. We're gonna stack them by the door so they can blow out. Our intake, we realized that when we open this door as an intake, this whole entire thing starts like going crazy, and we don't want that. So we have this pipe that comes from my basement. Actually, I use it as a heat in the winter and AC in the summer because it actually brings air from the house. So that's gonna be our intake, and hopefully it's gonna work good enough. And that's it. The heater is pumping heat. It's super hot here, but we're gonna turn it off when we start spraying, and then we're gonna turn it back on between the coats.
Hey guys, right now they're doing the second coat. I can't go inside. I have to watch from out here. I'm not allowed inside. But everything seems good right now. This is the second coat. Dad's standing
beauty. Leave my master painter alone. So the base coat is done. He's the happy owner telling his girlfriend about his white car.
Take them inside for a look.
Well, we can actually see now. It was foggy before. All right. It looks good. So 3 coats of base color. And now it's almost time for the clear coat. We're gonna go ahead. So there's one little run over here.
Yeah.
It's not even a run. It's
I didn't know how that happened, to be honest with you.
it's
I think
fine.
it was there before.
Yeah, it was there before, I know. It's from the primer.
We had a little bit of dirt over here. A little bit. I don't know if you can see that in the camera even.
It's perfect. Like right here,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of... it looks like water to me, to be honest.
No, it looked like dirt.
Well, whatever.
It looks pretty good though.
It is one little thingy. Everything else is like beautiful.
Yeah, I'd say the base coat's laid down pretty well.
Yeah. There are imperfections in the bodywork. I can see them from here, where my body filler didn't cover properly, or we didn't sand it properly, but I love it.
Yeah, I don't see too much bad so far.
No?
Now, that base coat, that's the easy part. Now
Well-
the hard part.
Well, the clear, if it runs, we can shave it after that, right? We can sand it.
Yeah.
So we're fine. Wow.
Maybe you want to have a quick look for me.
He already went inside. He showed it to his girlfriend already.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like a real paint booth, eh?
Yeah.
It's actually really convenient for painting. Unfortunately, it's too long to take it to this stage to make the garage look like that. I wish we had an empty corner of the garage that we can just dedicate for a paint shop. It is what it is. Okay, masks on and start with the clear coat.
Mixing clear coat.
But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Guys, just a quick update here. I haven't been doing too much filming. Oh my god, it's too loud. I haven't been doing too much filming, but yeah, it's all the same really. It's kind of boring to watch, but right now, we're just doing the clear coat. Looks great. It's very shiny, and my dad told me the body work looks great, so that's good to hear. I'll show you guys now. Here's David doing another layer of clear coat. I'm pretty sure one coat has already been done, so looks good. The floors are very sticky. You can hear the shoes stick up and down as they walk. But yeah, it looks great. I'm really happy.
All right, so the last 3 coats of primer.
Primer.
All right, so the clear coat is done and we are just chilling out.
Yeah,
Cheers.
in the sun.
Master paint,
No.
master.
Amateur painter.
uh,
We'll see how we did in about an hour. When it's a little bit dry, we can go take a look.
Yeah.
yeah, for now.
Whatever we get, I'm happy with. It already looks great.
You've only seen it from outside the door.
I don't know.
All right, it's been an hour, so we're coming for an inspection. Wow, everything is so nice and shiny. Look.
See the dirt from here.
Yeah, there's a dirt right there, you
Yeah.
see. One piece. But this is, I think that's on the top coat. So
This
it
one was
can,
on the bottom coat.
that one came on the first coat, and yeah, it's staying there forever.
What about?
Yeah.
I don't know when that came. But you see all these little dots?
Yeah.
I think that's
Water, probably.
water. Yeah. Even though we have 2 dryers and still there's
Pretty good though.
The body work looks.
yeah. That's
There's
why
a
I
few
don't like
spots here and there.
That's why I don't like white paint. If it was black, nobody's gonna notice the dirt. But then everybody's gonna notice the imperfections. Yeah, it
White
looks
Miatas look
fantastic.
White Miatas look really good.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks great.
As long as the owner is happy
Better than I expected.
and he pays his bill, we're fine.
And this looks pretty
The
good.
door looks really good.
Yeah.
Very straight.
I'm surprised, yeah, because look at all these, the reflection from the lights. I thought we were gonna have like much more troubles with the bodywork, but actually,
a little bit of stuff, but it looks like the clear kind of covered all that stuff up there.
yeah,
So there's a drip on the edge here. You can still see it's wet.
yeah. But we can
Is this
sand us,
clean?
can't we?
No, it's clear.
Yeah.
What? Nick. Oh. That was close. Careful.
No, I'm more than happy with it for a garage.
And this looks
Paint
good, Nick.
shop.
I don't see any runs.
Yeah. So most of these little dots from water are gonna disappear. Look, that came at the end.
Yeah, I didn't see that before.
Yeah. But
Pretty good.
Looks great on the car.
Yeah.
because Nick and I did the bodywork, that's what I'm looking at. I don't really look at the paint right now. I'm like just trying to figure out if there's spots that we haven't done the bodywork properly, but I think everything looks great.
Okay, too. This looks fine.
So if you look at right here, there's a spot where we didn't do a good job with the bodywork. Now I can't even see it, but yeah, right here I think. I don't know. Yeah, everything looks fantastic. So that's it. Now we're gonna let it dry until at least tomorrow. Well, tonight I'm gonna bring the stuff from outside inside, but we're gonna let it dry until tomorrow night, and then we're gonna have to move the stuff away so we can.
I can't believe no runs.
Yeah.
The hell?
You're getting
I wanted
good.
you to practice on fixing runs, Nick. Okay.
I want to be an auto body guy.
Wow.
If anything, we had running our feet.
Is my floor staying like that now?
It'll eventually peel up. Eventually.
Yeah, our paint booth worked pretty well actually. I was worried this morning that it was gonna just rip off the magnets and all that, but actually stayed. I came up with this cool idea because it was ripping off the magnets.
I like it. I see a run
So I,
here.
so I,
I think that's me or your body. You see the side there? Right here. Look.
running the bodywork.
No, it's not. That's not from us.
There's this little sag there.
Yeah,
And I see, do you remember I saw a drop of water come out? I
yeah,
think it's that spot there. So,
it's fine.
you know what? Considering all these panels,
Yeah,
pretty good. I'm happy.
I'm happy. Look at the doors. They look so straight with the light.
yeah. Good,
Really
good,
for a 30-year-old car.
good, good.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, it's gonna look
Thank
good when
you
it's
so
back
much
together.
for helping.
Now you gotta be careful putting it back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be scary. The next problem. Okay, it's the next day. Rusty and Beauty are enjoying the nice weather finally. And last night I was able to unmask everything and put some stuff inside. That was like 11 at night. And that's what everything looks like unmasked. I mean, the car looks so nice. I just love it. Again, there are some dots here and there that I'm sure we're gonna be able to sand away and polish, but oh, okay, that's a piece of masking tape. But yeah, it's already dirty. Yeah, this here is inside the paint, but it's not too bad. I just chipped it off. It was in the last layer. So yeah, things like that. When it's cut and buffed, it's gonna become perfect. So we're not gonna worry about anything. And it's been entire day. I was like working in the office today. I gave it almost like it's been 24 hours now, more than 24 hours since we last sprayed. The heater was on all night, so now I think it is safe to start moving them around. We're not gonna put them on the car yet. We're gonna wait until the weekend. It's Monday today, so another 4 days, and we're gonna start putting panels on the car on the weekend with Nick. For now, I'm just gonna put everything in the attic. I have a nice carpet area there, and I use it just for storage because the stairs are very awkward to go up there. But I can take small panels up there, no problem. And maybe just the doors. We're gonna have to find spots somewhere safe in this room maybe. And that's it. The car is gonna be covered, and then I'm gonna start moving stuff again all over the place so I can use the shop again as a shop. So we're gonna put an end to this video here. Nick left last night. It was Sunday, so he had to go to school today. So that's gonna be everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Special thanks to David for coming and giving us a hand with this complicated task. Like I'm okay with anything else on the car other than painting. I don't like painting for obvious reasons. Like it is so tricky. It's crazy. I can do my body work, I can prep it for painting, but then somebody else needs to paint it. Well, maybe when the time comes for the GT6 I can paint it. I kept saying before that when we paint the Miata we're gonna have the boot set up so we can paint the GT6 as well. Well, yeah, but how do you do that? The GT6 is not ready. So when the time comes for it, we're gonna have to do the whole procedure again, unless we do it in the paint booth outside in the inflatable one. We'll see when we get there. So that's gonna be everything for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Look at that. You can tell which part of the garage was the paint booth and which one was clean. Surprisingly, not even a drop on this side, like not even a white dust. That's great. I'm happy that we were able to preserve. This drape was my main concern. I was afraid that it was gonna fall in the middle of the painting process and then everything was gonna become a mess. So that's why I covered the TV and the lathe just additionally in case something gets oversprayed on that side. These are the parts that I care the most. The car is gonna be sanded anyways because that's whatever. So yeah, I'm still in the process of moving stuff. It's crazy.